Here we have Alice Reyes, my mother. She's a real estate agent and an accountant, and we have some questions for her. And the first question we have is, how did the housing bubble affect you?
Well, it affected me directly because at the time when we would try to put homes up for sale at the price that the homes were selling at that time, the customers, the owners of the homes, would not believe that their homes would go down so drastically, and for that reason they would decide not to do it. They would decide ultimately to try to do a for sale by owner, which was even harder in that market. But that's where they decided, and then real estate agents would be going from house to house trying to put homes up for sale with no one wanting to sell their homes at the prices that the homes were really selling for.
And is there an example of a house going down, and how much did it go down by that you know of?
Well, let's say an example, a home that was probably valued in the 235 to 250. It would probably be selling for probably like 199, 205, and people would be devastated because that's their livelihood, and that's a home is, for most people, the biggest investment ever in their life. So that is a big deal for everybody at that time. So, you know, it was a significant amount. I say about 25-35% decrease in the value of homes just to start out with on the housing bubble, not to say how far they went down afterwards.
Okay. And what do you think caused the housing bubble?
Well, the housing bubble, I think it was caused by the actual banks, that they wanted to give loans to everybody, even if they really didn't qualify, and they were approving loans where they really didn't have to approve loans. They were giving people expectations that they were going to get loans, and people would do anything and everything to get a loan for a house, even if they were not qualified. But we as real estate agents, we cannot tell our clients, you know, you really are not qualified to buy a home, because the law prohibits us from telling them that. So you have to protect your client, but at the same time you're not allowed to be biased or to say you don't qualify. You have to let the mortgage people, the mortgage lenders, which are the banks and the mortgage homes, say the ultimate word. And you know, you can recommend a mortgage, some mortgage people, but you can't steer them a certain way. So that is really one of the causes that made the housing bubble, and the cause of the housing bubble, it was basically the banks that were being crooked.
Okay. And so what happened after the housing bubble in your situation?
Well, in my situation, I just had to get out of the market, and I just had to get out of the real estate market because it affected me so much that I wasn't getting any income. And of course, anybody that works for a living, well, you need to get paid. So thank God I had something else to lay back on, and I'm an accountant, so I went back to doing accounting again. But other people that didn't have that livelihood, they'd had to do anything and everything to just to keep afloat, and a lot of people lost their homes just because of that.
Was it easy for you to get a job after
Oh
that?
my goodness. I was 5 to 6 years, pretty close to 6 years, without a full-time job. I had to I had to take part-time jobs, part-time positions, seasonal jobs like doing taxes and all that before I got a full-time position.
Okay, thank you very much. This is Alice Reyes, and
Thank
back
you.
to the presentation.
Thank you.